Hello, hello.
Hello.
My name is Kat Rodriguez. Can we introduce ourselves, please?
I'm Emily.
I'm Riley.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in today. This process is all about dealing with the conflicts that you two have today. My background is in a strict heavy course in conflict resolution. And your role today is to express your concerns openly so that you guys can reach a mutually satisfying agreement. You will make decisions about what will work for you, not me. I am neutral in this conversation. I have no say. I'm just here to mediate. Some basic understandings that we will have during this meeting is confidentiality. What happens here today stays here. We will use respectful language, no cursing. We will be listening to one another silently, so no interrupting. You will wait till the person is done speaking, and don't worry, you both will have equal opportunities to speak your voice and your concerns today. We will not bring info up in a hurtful way. This is a calm environment. Are you two both comfortable in the environment you are in right now?
Yeah.
Great. So, is there any other things that you guys believe should be part of this agreement?
Nope.
All right.
Can't think of anything.
Great. So we can all agree to this. Okay. So we will have 15 to 20 minutes with this. If we can't get through this today, we will continue another day. But just today, we'll have about 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
So, would anyone like to begin to explore and discuss the issues that we have today?
Well, I need to move out soon-ish. I want to move out sooner than I need to. And the plan was to move with Emily to an apartment somewhere. But I feel like the closer or the longer this is getting all drawn out, me trying to prepare to move out and save money and everything, I feel like my efforts are not being matched with yours. Yours aren't, or you're not saving as much, and it's making me a little nervous because I am starting to feel like it's not going to happen. So that's my view.
Okay. Emily, can you please give your perspective?
So I know you want to / need to move out soon. I am bad at saving money. That's true. That's super true, especially with me, spending random big chunks of money here and there. But I guess my point of view is that I can save money, but I can still, have some fun spending money too. I feel like I don't want to have to put it all away and not be able to do anything while we're waiting to move out together and get an apartment.
All right. So what I'm hearing is you need to move out soon, and you would like to move in with Emily, but unfortunately, her spending is getting in the way of Emily being able to save for you guys to have that apartment. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's what it feels like to me.
And from your perspective, you recognize that you're not good with saving, but
yeah.
You should feel that you should be able to have a say in what you spend your money on. You should be able to spend money on what you want to spend your money on.
Yeah, I mean, I am bad at saving. I do need to start getting better at that. But at the same time, I really believe that I can slowly save up for our apartment and still have money to do my own thing at the same time. So, if that means going away for a weekend or getting tattoos here or there, stuff like that,
Do you believe that she's in the right, with making, with saving her money?
Okay, I completely agree about wanting to spend your money and still be able to do things and not feel like you have to put every paycheck away and all that stuff. Because I wish that I felt comfortable like that, because I'm saving all of my money that I'm getting right now. I feel like a lot of it though is anxiety because I lived on my own and I kind of have a general idea of how much, money was going towards rent, utilities, and bills and groceries and transportation, all that stuff. And so, like, just knowing that, it's making me, like, nervous. And so I'm trying to, like, prepare and be very realistic about it. And I just get nervous when, you know, you keep getting tattoos. But, like, I'm totally, you know, want to be able to do what I want with my money and everything. I just feel like personally I'm very, like, I'm trying to be very, like, strict and, like, responsible with my budget. And I'm just nervous that, like, maybe you don't have, like, a full, I don't know, not, like, understanding, but, you know, there's so much money that you need to live on your own. And, like, is it realistic to, like, plan to move in together? I don't know. It just makes me nervous.
All right. So, what were some of the main points that you heard Riley say? You don't have to fully agree with it. I'm just asking what messages you understand from what Riley said.
I get what she's saying. We've been planning on moving in together for, 3 years at least now. And, you know, we did have a plan, like, I think 2 summers ago, where the goal was to have, like, about $2,000 or more saved up. And, you know, start seriously looking for apartments, but, I don't know, it just got really drawn out, and, you know, when I moved back home, like, I don't have to spend that much money since I live at home. You know, I don't have bills and stuff to worry about, so I'm more free with my money and spending it on things like food often, or going out and getting drinks, or getting a tattoo, or taking a weekend up to New York to go snowboarding. Not that I do this often, it's just that it seems to be piling up within these last few months. So I understand where you're, like, nervous about it, because we did have a plan, and it feels like I'm not putting any effort into making it happen. And I feel like you think we're just talking about it when really it's nothing real. But I don't want you to think that, because it's not true.
So, thank you. So, can you describe your saving plan right now? Like, what efforts have you made to save for this apartment?
I don't necessarily think that I have, like, made a lot of, like, budget cuts or something, you know? Like, I still spend money, like, going out for food or coffee. Like, honestly, coffee's where, like, all my money goes. And, like, you know, I got, like, my nose piercing and stuff like that, and, like, went out for drinks here and there. But basically, like, the, like, main portion of every paycheck I get goes into my savings account. And there have been multiple times where there's, like, something that I want to do that I feel guilty about spending money on because I could be saving it. You know, I feel like I'm, like, personally, I feel like I'm going, like, too crazy about, you know, like, too, like, micromanaging my finances, because I'm just so nervous about, you know, like, being able to actually have money to live on my own and be comfortable and not have to, like, you know, like, miss rent and stuff like that. Like, I'm trying, like, to prepare and, you know, make money and save money. So, I don't know. I mean, I've been saving a really good chunk of my money, like, multiple times a month. And, like, I didn't, my sister wanted me to come down to New Orleans, and I told her that, like, I couldn't call off work and pay for, like, gas down there and stuff, because I'm trying to save for, like, a trip down there later, you know? And also I'm trying to save to move out, and, like, I haven't gotten a tattoo, and, you know, it's, like, little things here and there where I can't justify fixing my broken phone screen again, because I'm trying to save. And so basically everything that's, like, over $30, I'm like, I can't do it. I have to save the money.
So what I'm hearing is that you are very cautious when it comes to spending. You splurge on the coffee and food, but you do recognize that you need to save. So you do have your savings account that you put money in from every paycheck?
Yeah.
Okay. So you are making that effort to save.
Yeah, but I, like, on the other hand, I feel like I never used to be like that. So it's almost like I notice that as, like, a flaw in myself, you know, because I'm like stressing about it too much.
Okay.
And I don't want to, like, put that on to Emily. I'm just, like, nervous, and it's, you know, overflowing onto you.
Okay. Can you explain if there is any effort into saving and what that is for you?
I try really hard to save $10 a week at least. And I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but I even struggle with that because for the last year, I've sat around having 49 cents in both savings and checking accounts. So yeah, I save, but then I end up needing money and I pull it from my savings and then I have to start all over again. So it's a pretty vicious cycle. I don't save, basically, is what I'm trying to get at. I can save, I just choose not to in spur of the moment. So
Yeah. So right now you're saying that saving is not a primary focus or a thing that you are doing right now. Is that correct?
yeah.
Riley, how does that make you feel to hear Emily's perspective on this about saving?
I mean, I kind of knew it already. I know that she's not saving, and like you're paying stuff off, and also, what was I gonna say? Oh, like you can like acknowledge that you're not saving now, but like you say that you can, and like I believe you. I'm not about to be like you say you can, but you like haven't tried. But I'm saving right now so that I can have like a cushion, Like I am gonna need money for a lot of things, and I don't want to like ever end up where it's like I'm short. That's why I'm like saving money now so I can like, be comfortable and not have to like struggle. So I don't know, but then like you also do like fun things, like you go on trips and stuff, and then I'm sad and jealous because I feel like I can't do that stuff because I'm saving money. And so it's just a miserable cycle,
So what I'm hearing is just the issue is that you feel like that Emily doesn't understand like where you're coming from. Like you have this specific goal in mind that you have to move out soon and you need to save, and it's just hard when Emily kind of doesn't have that same passion about saving as you do.
I mean, yeah, not necessarily a passion. I'm not passionate about it. I'm just like paranoid. But yeah, like I remember, what was it? I like sent you a link to an apartment or something that seemed perfect. And you were like, oh my gosh, we can do it. Like, what'd you say? Like, let's schedule a tour or something like that. And I was like, yeah. And then I was like, but like we can't. Like realistically we can't, because you said that you could afford like rent. But in my head, all I could think was like, okay, you can afford like rent every month. But then like you still have to afford like all your car payments and utilities and gas and all that stuff and groceries, And so this was just like this list in my head, and I was like, this is just never going to happen.
How does that make you feel that Riley feels this way about your situation?
I don't know, like, when she started joking around about finding an apartment with someone else, I was genuinely like, what? Because I was still on the thought that we were going to move in together, but I guess when she said that, it made me realize I really don't make an effort to actively save my money and not touch it. So, I don't know, it kind of bummed me out, but then I was like, well, I either get my stuff together or not, so there's that.
So is there an agreement that we can make? Is there something, what do you ladies want out of this meeting?
I want Riley to want to move in with me again.
I do want to move in with you. Honestly, I wish I could like chill, because I don't want like my stress to go over on you, because then I'm like, Emily doesn't even want to move in with me because I'm so annoying. I don't want to like, I don't know. I feel like I'm so stressed about it, and I don't want to like put any like pressure on you, because realistically, you don't have to move out. So I feel like the responsible thing to do would be like stay living where you are because you're going to school, and save your money, Like I have to move out, and so I like don't have anyone to move out with. So like I want to move in with you, but like you don't need to, So I feel like on one hand it's like stay where you are, don't spend any money on like getting a place with me. But on the other hand it's like, but if we do it, girl, like save,
Yeah.
So are you willing to make any actions towards saving any more money to potentially move in with Riley?
Yeah, I really do need to start putting away money and actually keeping it saved instead of dipping in and spending all of it.
So where you guys would want to move, what is the range of the amount of money you'd have to spend a month?
Depends how fancy you want to get.
I'm fine with like a single light bulb, like
I'm
mattress
fine
on
with
the floor.
a sleeping bag.
So we
Hardwood
would.
floors.
So just for the sake of argument, let's say an apartment around $500 a month, and then you have utilities and electric and all that good stuff. Would you both be able to manage that at the moment?
$250 a month for each. Yeah.
For sure.
Would you be able?
But I've also been looking at apartments for like months now, and I know that in the areas we want to live in, like that's not very realistic almost. Like I'd say that most like 2 bedrooms or a lot of 2 bedrooms that I've been seeing are like at least like $650.
Okay, so $650. Split that between you two. That's $325 a month plus utilities and stuff. Would you be able to handle that?
If I got my job to pay me more or I picked up a second job, yeah, I could.
So
For
are
sure.
you willing to make any movements towards saving more? Or is that just not in the cards for you?
I will save more because I need to anyways, apart from saving up for a place of our own.
Yeah.
Gotta start eventually. That's all.
All right. So I think that at the end of the day, you both would like to move in together. It's just a matter of you already in the process of saving. And then there's Emily, who just needs a little bit of work on the saving. So
Yeah, I feel like
how can you help Emily with that?
I don't know. I've tried helping. Well, not necessarily helping, but just kind of being like, girl, are you saving? Like
Is
little
there,
reminders.
Is there some motivation that you need to save?
To move out. That is definitely the motivation. But I also just want to be responsible and manage my finances. You know, like it's not just about the apartment. It's like this is something I need to lock down and have set for the rest of my life because I don't want to constantly be scrambling around for money. Because that's not fair to myself. That's also not fair to the person I'm living with because that stresses them out too.
Right. So the both of you both have the issue of just your finances and just coming with a common ground that you both know that you guys are both responsible with your money. And if you were to move into an apartment, that both of you would be able to fully take responsibility of the apartment. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So you guys are willing, you're continuing to save, and you're willing to recognize that you have a problem and that you're willing to, make more of an effort to be financially stable.
Mm-hmm.
And Riley, would you be willing to help her along with that point, just getting her to that point?
If I can. But I also feel like on the other hand, it's more helpful for me to be like, stay where you are, don't move out. Save your money.
But that's my decision. And
That's true.
it technically is the smarter thing to do, but I don't really care because one way or another, I'm going to move out whether I have money saved or not in the long term, like the cushion money you're talking about. So that's just not something that bothers me.
Okay. You gotta work the ball a lot.
So you're just going to work hard on saving money. You're going to continue to save, help each other out in the process. So when you guys do find an apartment, you'll be able to successfully find it and move in and be ready for that next step in your guys' lives. So
Yeah.
great. Well, we'll meet back in like a month or two. We'll see how the progress is going with you saving more and seeing how, Riley, you are helping Emily in that process. And seeing if we can go somewhere and be able to finally move out and get that apartment you guys would like together. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Great. Are we all happy with today's meeting?
Yeah.
Great. All right. Thank you. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
All right. That went a lot better. Good. That went well.
Still being recorded.